Hey Freunde, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Willy Morgan and the Curse of Town. Ja, in der letzten Folge sind wir mit Willy hier auf dem Schiff angekommen und haben Jimbo, den Piraten, als Puppe, zumindest vom Schwert, Hut, Kleidung, und wir wollen jetzt eigentlich durch diese Tür kommen, wo wir hoffentlich endlich dem Ziel nahe sind, dass wir irgendwie flüchten können. Aber bisher haben wir irgendwie die Fragen, die unser Vater stellt, bislang noch nicht direkt gelöst. Denn eigentlich haben wir definitiv Jimbo den Piraten 8
What's
Schlachten
happening
geschlagen.
now? I hope it's something important.
Genau.
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this honor. Every new member must get to know the ship and gain the trust of the rest of the crew.
I think I already saw everything and talked with everyone.
Let's see if this is true of you. Answer these 3 simple questions. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain, that you met on board.
Ja, genau. Es ist halt, also wir hatten auch schon mit Henry, Morgan und niemand gemacht. Teddy der Bär macht keinen Sinn. Also eigentlich
Jimbo.
kann es nur
Second
Jimbo
question.
sein.
According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Ja, Verhaltensregeln hier, Kodex haben wir schon alle 3 ausprobiert und irgendeiner davon muss es eigentlich sein. Ansonsten ist es einer, der hier noch nicht aufgeführt ist.
Surely the Atlantic Codex by Leonardo.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
Ja, und es sind definitiv 8 Schlachten.
8.
I'm sorry. The answers are all
Das heißt also, irgendeinen Hinweis müssen wir
Sorry,
wohl
good.
noch
Go
finden. Und ich habe mich mal zwischen der letzten Folge und dieser Folge ein bisschen schlau gemacht. Und wie es scheint, habe ich hier oben einen kleinen Hinweis übersehen. Und zwar, ja, der kleine Riss im Boden. Echt so Dinge, wo, wenn du dann hier mal so durchgehst, denkst du dir, guckst mal so links, rechts, hier. Irgendwie habe ich es wohl immer geschafft, zu schnell mit der Maus drüber, dass man das hier so nicht auf Anhieb gesehen hat. Dementsprechend gucken wir uns mal den Riss jetzt an.
Some boards became ruined over time, creating a crack that shows the cabin below. It should be the captain's cabin.
Sehr schön. Und hier haben wir auch unseren Vater.
Dad looks busy. He completely got into the role. Dad is seated at the captain's desk. There's a strange smell coming from the cabin.
Du weißt, wie lange er da schon drin hockt, ne?
They look like nautical charts, probably routes of the adventure galley. I can't take them.
Läuft aber auch so wie. Ah, 2 Bücher.
Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions. Life on the Seas, Rules and Tasks on Board a Ship by William Kidd. It seems Kidd was writing a treatise. Interesting.
Wird sich wahrscheinlich danach
I
gehalten.
can't take it. I can't reach it.
Wird das wahrscheinlich das Buch sein, was wir brauchen? Dementsprechend hoffe ich doch mal, dass jetzt auch eine weitere Antwortmöglichkeit hier aufgetaucht ist. Und haben wir den Slick? Guten
What's
Tag,
happening
Captain.
now? I hope it's something important.
Na klar doch. Ich brauch den Schlüssel immer
I'll
noch.
need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this honor. Every new member must get to know the ship and gain the trust of the rest of the crew.
I think I already saw everything and talked with everyone.
Let's
Genau.
see if this is true of you. Answer these 3 simple questions. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain, that you met on board.
Ganz einfach. Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Leben auf See von Kid.
Life on the Seas by Kidd.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
8.
8.
Well done. You have the honor of becoming one of Kidd's pirates. Among us, there's a pact of mutual friendship and loyalty. You deserve the key to access the hold.
Bin ich mal gespannt, ob da jetzt wirklich der Schatz drin ist.
Thanks, Captain. I'm honored to be part of your crew. Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
Die Frage ist halt natürlich, ab wann hat er eigentlich diese Warenvorstellung bekommen? Und gleich zu Beginn gegen Ende rum, weil er von der Klippe gestürzt ist und sich zu sehr mit dem Fall beschäftigt hatte, weil er sich den Kopf aufgeschlagen hat oder ähnliches. Ich speichere mal sicher nur noch. Zack. Viel erfolgreich gespeichert. Na dann, gucken wir mal rein.
Perfect.
Oho,
From here, you can access the hold.
bin ich mal gespannt.
Wow! The legends were true. This is the result of years of piracy in all the seas of the world.
Oh ja. Aber kommen wir jetzt einfach so raus? Hier, hier sind Kisten, hier ist der Schatz. Decke, noch ein Schatz. Noch ein Fass. Schatz, Schatz, Schatz. Wir gucken. Eine Maske so.
Crates and coffers. They will surely be full of jewels and gold. They will surely be full of doubloons or jewels. But now I have other priorities. Coins and jewels of various kinds. There are also vases with sublime finishes. The temptation to examine or take some of those coins is strong, but Dad takes precedence over everything. First, I have to take care of him, and then together we'll study the galley and its treasure.
Man könnte aber trotzdem eine Münze zur Sicherheit halt mitnehmen, um es zu beweisen, dass es den Schatz wirklich
The
gibt.
temptation to examine, but Dad... Coffee beans. Kid and his crew knew their value very well.
Okay. Das hier auch so lange gehalten
I'm
haben,
not
über 300
interested in
Jahre.
taking these coffee beans. I'm already wide awake, especially after finding my dad. It probably contains vanilla or cardamom. They were worth a lot of money on the European market. It surely contained some spices. They were very precious goods. I don't need it now. Doubloons and other coins. Surely the bounty from a raid of some ship headed from the Americas to Europe. They all have to be dated and cataloged, even if I'd like to dive into it, like in the comic books.
Und so viel, aber ganz ehrlich, ich hätte den Schatz jetzt echt mir größer vorgestellt. Nicht so, ich sag mal in Anführungsstrichen, winzig. Na gut, aber
A
das
golden
Zeitalter
mask.
ist halt das,
It
was
seems
den
of
Wert
European
macht.
origin. It's a mask. It doesn't seem to come from the Americas. I think it's the loot plundered from the assault on some ship coming from Europe.
Mir das Ding angucken.
It's a golden mask. It's of European origin. Probably It won't be useful. It won't be It won't be
So, das heißt, wir müssen jetzt irgendwie noch vom Schiff wieder runter. Oben die Puppe.
It looks like a voot. Some pranks better not touch. It won't be useful.
Wie heißt, also, wir müssen irgendwie den Vater. Ach, damit. Gucken wir mal. Nochmal an der Tür. Muss ja was bringen, dass wir da die Maske haben.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Sorry, Captain.
Good. Go back to...
It won't be useful. It won't be It's not helpful to... I'm not an arsonist. I don't think... It has... I think they can be used in a more useful way. From here, I go back to the...
Es muss doch jetzt irgendwie hier weitergehen.
It's not helpful to me like this. I'd only risk ruin.
Kann mir den Scheiß auch nicht selbst
I'd only
aussuchen.
risk... I'd only risk...
Echt ich. Rückgehen bringt ja auch nichts. Das wird er nicht zurückgehen wollen. Wegen seinem Vater.
I'm not an arsonist. I'd rather not touch this species of mushroom is the Mexican psilos. It's a golden mask. It's a golden clothes from the end. A three-corner An old sword. The hilt is sticky. It's a wooden mannequin. They used it.
Nur in Mäden gehen. Komme ich jetzt hier irgendwie raus?
I don't want to go back.
Geh jetzt immer noch nicht so. Hallo. Das ist aber auch ein Arsch. So, wir kommen hier hoch. Gucken wir mal. Können wir jetzt hier eine dieser Kanonen abfeuern?
Better not.
Leider nicht.
I should have a very valid...
Irgendwas wieder übersehen, oder? Kisten, Maske.
That is not a... That is not... That is not... That is not a... That is not...
Decke, Schatz.
Coins and jewels.
Mike. Also irgendwie habe ich irgendwas noch übersehen.
Not here. A real sea dog would have never sat on one of the cannons turned to port. They were extremely superstitious. They thought that turning their back to the mainland was a sign of contempt, and that they would have been punished by the sea.
Und die andere Seite packen.
This old mannequin was used to deceive the enemy. The more mannequins there were, the larger and more dangerous the crew seemed. I could use it to distract my dad and enter his cabin. If I could disguise it as a pirate, I could make it pass for one of Kid's most bitter enemies. If I'm not mistaken, he named Morgan and Blackbeard earlier. I really see it as a Morgan. A classy touch. The hat makes it look more important. This gives it an aura of mystery. They seem the right size. I don't think there was much variety of measurements on a pirate ship. It's starting to look like a member of the crew.
Oh yeah.
Let's try to make it meaner. Discreetly threatening. Jimbo the pirate really looks like Morgan now. I placed it here for a specific reason. It's useless to move it.
Na dann, gucken wir mal, wie der Vater reagiert.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Yep. Captain, Morgan ist auf der Brücke.
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown.
En garde.
It's really you, foul traitor. What nerve you dare show. By returning to the ship you turned your back on after it welcomed you as a child. Prepare yourself to face my wrath.
While Dad is busy, I can access the captain's cabin.
The day of reckoning has arrived. You have no...
Dad is dueling with Morgan. Or more accurately, with Jimbo the pirate disguised as Morgan. Better not interfere. Right now, I have other priorities.
Oh ja.
The day...
Ich speichere mal jetzt, denn wir wissen wieder mal nicht, was wir vielleicht in der Kabine finden werden.
Take that!
Take that! Okay, wir haben hier ein Kelch. Genau, daraus trinkt er die ganze Zeit. Hier die Seekarten. Statue. Trinkt er die ganze Zeit aus dem Kelch.
Kid, the sea dragon. The adventure galley was equipped with extraordinary weapons, which is the reason it became legendary. The galley's nautical charts. With these, it'll be possible to reconstruct the history of the ship, follow the routes it traveled, and identify the ships and cities it pillaged. These are the nautical charts of the galley. They will be worth a fortune. With these, it would be possible to retrace the ship's routes and identify the places it visited. I can't deal with this right now. It's more urgent that I find a way to get out of here with Dad.
Kriegst du schon hin, Willy.
It's the statue of a dragon. It was also Kid's nickname. Other than Scourge of the Seas, he was known as the Sea Dragon for the firepower of his cannons. Better leave it where it is. I don't need it to get Dad out of here.
Karte, Seekarten und der Kelch auf jeden Fall. Komisch, dass wir hier den Riss im...
It's the chalice from which I saw Dad drink. From the pungent smell, I'd say he put in some of the mushrooms I saw in the cave.
Oh ja.
Dad has placed the logbook to protect the chalice's contents. Since I'm here, I better take them both. The same acrid smell of the mushrooms I saw in the cave emanates from the chalice. This could explain many things. Dad managed to survive all these years on a mixture of water and mushrooms. Even in small quantities, they sustain any organism that feeds on them and provide vital energy. On the other hand, they're also a powerful hallucinogen. Dad's state of shock following his fall from the cliffs, combined with the sight of Kid's ship, made him believe that he was the captain. If he keeps drinking from this chalice, he might never wake up. I have to get rid of this chalice. Professor Jones taught us that a strong adrenaline rush will counteract the mushroom's effect. First the chalice and then the adrenaline. One thing at a time. It's a metal chalice. Dad uses it to drink. Inside it is a mixture of water and hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Jetzt das...
I have to get rid of it so that the mushrooms won't proliferate inside. It's the Adventure Galley's logbook. My first priority is Dad, though. Then I can study it calmly. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to...
Ich kann mir schon vorstellen, wo ich den Kelch vielleicht hinpacke, und zwar in eine der Kanonen.
It's time to end the game.
Steve.
Don't show your face again, Morgan.
Look who's back. Henry and his kid, the young Morgan.
How did you manage to get here, Steve?
It wasn't difficult. I was looking for you all over town, and suddenly, what a stroke of luck. I saw you entering the crypt in the graveyard. I waited for you a long time. Eventually, I decided to enter and I saw the tunnel. Henry, I didn't think you were still alive. I am partly relieved. My regret was consuming me. In the end, you were right. Kid's ship was docked here in Bone Town.
How dare you come aboard my ship without permission and offend a member of my crew? Who are you?
Henry, don't you recognize me? It's me.
Dad! Captain! It's Blackbeard. He was also able to get on board.
Blackbeard. Yes, I recognize you now. I see that you and Morgan are still inseparable. You'll end up just like him.
Henry, not again.
You leave me no choice.
I understand, Henry. I'm ready.
On guard.
Whatever you want, Henry.
Oh, ein echtes Duell.
I can't let you go.
Nobody wants to escape.
Better keep a safe distance.
Prepare yourself.
I was born ready.
Can't you do any better?
Wow, wow. Ich sag, wir packen den Kelch hier rein.
It should work. It's not a cannonball, so it won't have such a devastating effect. And now the coup de grace. Fire!
Oh, whoa, whoa.
I did it! Heck, I didn't see that coming. The racket from the cannon was more devastating than the shell itself. Better go back on deck and alert Dad.
Was hast du nur getan? Morgen. Willy, morgen.
You don't stand a chance this time.
We'll see. I admit it. You defeated me, Henry.
A victory over a man who was once a friend has no value for me.
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt your duel, but I think we need to go. The cave is collapsing.
Captain, what are you talking about?
The adrenaline caused by the duels with Jimbo and Steve is reducing the effect of the mushrooms. Hurry, let's go. There's not much time.
Not before seeing the treasure. I've never been so close to it, and I have no intention of leaving now.
But Steve, not now. There will be other opportunities in the future.
Yes, Steve. The kid's right. Let's run while we still can.
Henry, do you recognize me?
Steve, is that you? Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. It feels like I just woke up from a long dream.
There's no time, Dad. Let's go.
Dad? How come? Who?
You go! I want Kid's treasure. It represents my whole life's work. Henry, Just know that I didn't want any of this to happen.
Steve!
Farewell.
Dad, let's go!
Okay, I'll follow.
Nee, komm, wir könnten auch runtergehen, gucken. Oh nein. Oh nein. Ein paar Stunden später. Das Schiff vielleicht irgendwo draußen?
Dad, I finally found you.
Willy, is that really you? How long has it been?
10 Jahre.
10 years, Dad. 10 very long years.
10 years. So this means you received my letter.
Yes, but why did you only have it delivered after all this time?
I sensed that something was wrong with Steve. I could see it in his behavior. When I realized that the search for Kid's treasure was becoming an obsession, I started to suspect that he could hurt our family. I hid my piece of the map and decided to deal with him. You are a Morgan. You have the spirit of adventure in your blood. But you were only 5, and I didn't want to trouble Mom with such a burden. I hoped that in 10 years Steve's obsession would vanish. I decided that if anything ever happened to me, you, after turning the necessary age, would be ready to pick up from where I left off. So I sent the post-dated letter.
I read Steve's diary. I know you fell off the cliff. How did you survive?
A stroke of luck. I fell right into the sea, and the tide pushed me toward an underwater passage that led directly to the cave. I wanted to find a way to get back to the surface, but I had to recover my strength first. The last thing I remember is some really delightful mushrooms. Then, it's all a blank.
Dad, let's go back home. We have a lot of things to talk about. Plus, we have to find a way to tell Mom without making her faint.
Oh, Elizabeth. Yes, we should go back.
Ready to leave Bonetown once and for all?
Bonetown is not a bad town. As soon as the legal formalities are arranged, we could think about coming back here. Remember, deep inside the cave is still the adventure galley. Who knows how much it can still tell the world about the golden age of piracy.
Speaking of which, when I took the chalice, I also brought the ship's logbook with me. Here it is.
Tada! Oh, Ritter der See. Oh, schade, dass schon Willy Morgan and the Curse of Bonetown zu Ende ist. Aber wie es vermuten lässt, wird es wahrscheinlich einen Nachfolger geben. Mit Knights of the Sea, vermute ich mal. Dadurch, dass der Vater ja jetzt wieder da ist, ja, wäre das gar nicht mehr so schlecht. Ich muss sagen, ich fand das Spiel sehr angenehm. Ein netter Zeitvertreib mal zwischen diesen, ich sage mal, ja, Shootern und Farmspielen, was ja in letzter Zeit da ist, mal ein stimmiges Point-and-Click-Adventure. Doch mal wirklich was Gutes nebenbei. Ich hoffe jetzt wirklich sehr, dass es da auch nochmal einen Nachfolger geben wird, denn für mich ist die Geschichte hier definitiv noch nicht abgeschlossen, denn wird die Adventure Galley überlebt haben, also was heißt überlebt haben, also nicht kaputt gegangen sein. Was ist mit Steve Bonnet und Elizabeth? Die haben wir auch noch nicht kennengelernt und den Rest und überhaupt. Also ich würde mich freuen, wenn es definitiv noch einen Nachfolger geben würde. Und ja, ich sage jetzt auf jeden Fall schon mal auf Wiedersehen. Schaltet beim nächsten Let's Play von mir wieder ein. Und ja, ich hoffe, ihr seid allgemein dabei. Lasst einen Daumen nach oben da oder schreibt was in die Kommentare.